Hey guys, quick disclaimer. The Nosy Hens Podcast talks about content that is not suitable for children and might bring you some discomfort too. This includes violence and abuse of all kinds, strong language, and graphic descriptions. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Welcome to the season finale of
Nosy Hens Podcast.
Okay, yeah. Look, we've passed the spooky season. We're into turkey season, on our way into Christmas tree season. Very, very,
Okay,
very
I can't
soon.
do a turkey.
That's my turkey. That's my turkey, right?
My turkey is...
Okay, my turkey is smoked. That's my turkey, y'all. But y'all,
What?
this is gonna be the last episode of the first season.
No!
I know, right?
But wait, does that mean that you're coming back with a second season?
Yes. Why wouldn't we? We
Okay.
love hanging out with you guys. We definitely love hanging out with you guys. And, I mean, we just, I don't know. This has been fun.
It has.
Jazz and I have been, like, talking about this.
Yes.
And wanting to do this for a while. And to actually do it and complete doing this and continue doing this. This is just amazing.
It is. It really is. And
It's-
I'm just like very proud of us.
Yes, it's amazing. Now, at first, it was a little rocky because we recorded some episodes like that we didn't even put on here, and we'll probably add some of them episodes. Like
Maybe
we do
they'll be
those
bonus.
episodes. Yeah,
Or something like that.
yeah. But
If y'all want to laugh.
we right, but we definitely have just been enjoying doing this with you all, with each other. Like
Yes.
these stories are crazy, baby. They just crazy. So we just want to say thank you for all of our followers and our supporters,
Yes.
friends, family, and new friends that we are meeting
Yes.
through the Nosy Hens Podcast. We're still
Exactly.
new. We're still growing.
And
so
now that you say that, I really want to give a special shout out to, let me go to the Instagram real quick.
yes, the Instagram.
Yes. So this is, hold on. Where are they? Is it Brutal Bazaar? Yes. So I want to give a shout out to Brutal Bazaar Boozy. On Instagram, they are brutal_bazaar_boozy. Lowercase, all lowercase. Well, anyway, they sent us an email and said, really enjoy the dynamic between the both of you and great job on your podcast. Followed your podcast and gave you a 5-star rating. Have a great day.
Thank you.
So, yes. So, thank you so much to why are you so...
We be working hard.
Yes. Yeah. So, shout out to Brutal Bazaar Boozy. They are a mom and son duo.
Ooh.
Yeah, so they talk about brutal crimes, bizarre occurrences, and boozy cocktails.
Ooh.
Sounds good. Sounds
Hey,
good.
can we come visit you guys and get a nice boozy?
Yeah, let's do that.
I like a nice boozy. I really
Cocktail
do.
and talk about a crime,
Yes.
baby.
Yes. So, yes, like we said, this is going to be the season finale of this season, and then we'll be back with season 2 in January.
You darn straight.
With some fresh off the historical presses and the recent presses.
Oh, yeah,
because people just be out here killing.
Yeah, they be doing some crazy stuff.
It's a hobby for people. Some people just be like, hey, I think I'm just gonna go kill. It's not as expensive as being a artist. Yeah, tools aren't that expensive for a murder, I guess, because it's your local hardware store. So yes. So y'all,
So what are we talking about today?
So today,
Today,
we're going to talk about a story that just literally wrapped up. Within the last couple days.
Really?
Yes, the trial ended in the last couple days.
I loves me a good trial, bro.
Okay. Okay. So it's okay now. There, of course, is murder. But it's just sick, twisted stuff. People are crazy out here, like we always say. Okay, so let's just go ahead and hop right into it. All right, I'm just gonna start off like story form.
Hippity hop. Okay, let's
hippity
go.
hop, and then we gonna find out who the characters are on the midst of the way of getting to our destination of the end of the story.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So, on the morning of October 9th, 2020.
Yeah.
We're still in the midst of COVID.
Yeah.
Okay. Jessica Brooks goes over to her pregnant daughter's house. Her daughter's name is Raegan. She lives in New Boston, Texas.
Raegan.
Okay?
That's kind of cute.
Raegan, ain't that cute?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So she lives in New Boston, Texas. So Jessica Brooks goes over to Raegan's house to visit Raegan and her 3-year-old granddaughter.
Mm-hmm.
When she gets to the house and opens up the door,
Girl, what?
she walked into a scene that no mother ever wants to walk into.
Oh, no.
There was blood everywhere. And her 21-year-old daughter, Raegan Simmons-Hancock, was dead. Yes. So when Jessica walked in, she saw Raegan face down in a pool of blood. And there was blood located all over the place. So it was on the floor, it was on the furniture, it was on the walls, the appliances, and there was like blood on other parts of the house.
What the heck?
So I looked at this website, Law and Crime. So
I love that.
Yes, Law and Crime. Yes. According to their to a probable cause affidavit, this is what it says. After finding her daughter like this, Jessica calls 911 at 10:18 a.m. And once they saw how extensive the case would be, the local police called the Texas Rangers to assist with the investigation a little after noon. So a couple minutes after 12 o'clock. When the officers arrived, they saw Raegan's body laying face down, and they learned that she was 34 weeks pregnant. So when they learned that, they requested that EMS personnel come to check the status of the baby.
Wow. So the baby could have still been alive?
Yeah, the baby could have still been alive if you get the baby out in time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because how long has she been dead?
Right. So the body camera footage from police shows that LifeNet EMS turned Hancock's body over and revealed a very large cut across her abdomen.
Oh, Lord.
EMS personnel determined that Hancock no longer had a baby in her stomach area. So.
And this has happened. That has happened plenty of times.
Yes.
Too many times.
Yes. So. Let's continue on forward. So police and Jessica, Raegan's mom, police and Jessica are trying to figure out what exactly happened to Raegan.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, earlier that morning, investigators encountered the baby and the suspect. Yes.
Earlier the morning?
Yes. They didn't know, though, because the call hadn't came in. Jessica called the police at 10:18, but earlier around 9:37 a.m., cops had so this was like less than an hour.
Yeah.
The cops had pulled over a suspect, or a lady, but she was a suspect, pulled over a lady for speeding. So it says, a Texas state trooper pulled a vehicle over in DeKalb, Texas at about 9:37 for speeding before the 911 call came in. The driver was one Taylor Parker. And this young lady was holding a newborn infant in her lap.
While driving.
The umbilical cord was still attached to the baby, and it appeared to be coming out of Parker's pants as if she had just given birth.
What the?
Yes. So when the cop pulled her over, she told the cop, "Hey, I just delivered my baby on the side of the road. I'm trying to get to the hospital." So of course they're like, seeing a bloody baby, they're seeing an umbilical cord come out of her pants. So I'm like, okay, let's try to help you. So, they called the LifeNet EMS, the same company that went to Raegan's house. When they arrived, Parker was performing CPR on the infant, and both the baby and Taylor Parker were transported to a hospital in Idabel, Oklahoma. So once they got there, the hospital staff treated the baby, but became suspicious when Taylor had declined any treatment. Unfortunately, the baby did not live. Yes, unfortunately, the baby did not live. But when they were like, "Don't you want treatment?" and she was like, no, I'm fine. They were like, something's up. Because if you just had a baby, you're literally walking around in the form of an open wound. You're just a walking sore. Infection can set in. And if you're declining treatment, that means that you must not have had this baby. Where did this baby come from?
For real?
Yes. So the staff of the McCurtain Memorial Hospital informed local police chief that there was a woman here with a newborn baby.
Acting like she had a baby.
Right. But she declined treatment. So what led to this? What led to this crazy shit that we about to discuss? Because why?
And then just took 2 lives. She took 2 lives.
A whole 2 lives. Okay? So, according to investigators, Miss Taylor Parker had been plotting to do this for months. Okay? So it all started with, she was in a relationship with this guy. They never said her name, but she was in a relationship with this guy, and he was threatening to leave her. And so she wanted to give him a child like so bad. She already had 2 kids, but she wanted to give him a child. Okay?
Wow. How you just don't have no care for your 2 kids?
Nope.
It just boggles me.
Yep. So to prevent him from leaving, she lied and said that she was pregnant.
Don't go, I'm pregnant.
Right. Okay. All right. I was just watching something. Oh no, I was reading a book because I've been on my book thing lately. Okay. Like last weekend, I read 3 whole books. It was a series. Went through them things like crazy. Okay. Went through them like some grapes. So yeah, so she lied to the dude and was like, "I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant," to keep him from leaving. Okay.
And he should have known from that. Oh, it's mighty funny now that I'm fixing to leave.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Okay. And she couldn't have kids because she had a hysterectomy, but she never told anyone that she had a hysterectomy. She already had 2 kids and she had the hysterectomy. So in the midst of her lie, this how she had to keep up with things. So she began to research how to fake a pregnancy. She began, you know how they have like those fake pregnant
prosthetic allegedly Beyonce.
Girl, that wasn't a girl. Now you know I'ma stand up for Queen Bee. Now But yeah, so she's like researching this stuff and lying, and I'm 2 months. So she researching what a 2-month belly would look like and just doing all this research so she can try to keep this facade of this baby being pregnant, right?
If I gotta do all that, I gotta spend that money because them prosthetic bellies is not
Who you're telling?
Affordable. If I gotta spend all that money to stay with somebody, then I don't need them.
Okay, let him go. And you got kids.
She don't care about them.
You got kids. If he didn't want to accept those, then that mean that he wasn't the one for you.
Okay.
Because that's a whole package deal.
Exactly. So,
y'all come together.
Yeah, I mean.
So trying to add in another one, that mean you gonna add in a baby that's his if you could have kids, and he probably would have abused yours and just treated his like gold, and you was just gonna be like, I'm fine just as long as he's here with me. Girl, get on out of here with that. Stupid. Stupid. So as time progressed, she started like, which I guess you can go on Google and get these things. But as time progressed, she got like fake ultrasound scans. They even had a gender reveal party.
You are out of your brain.
Yes. They had a gender reveal party.
To go that far for a lie.
For a lie.
I done lied before, but I ain't never.
It takes too much time. Especially with a pregnancy, because people, I know when I was pregnant, look, when I was knocked up, people were, well, how are you feeling? How's the baby doing? How do you feel? What are your cravings? Like, people ask that stuff. So to keep that stuff up, you gotta be on your toes, and then your kids probably looking at you like, we having a baby?
Right.
Like, you just up here lying. That's too. It takes too much energy. So she's doing gender reveal parties and doing all this stuff. She's also posting like fake pregnancy updates on social media, and it's just like, yeah, baby's growing, and da 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 da. Well, she knew eventually that time was gonna go and she was gonna have to produce a child. Okay, she was gonna have to come up with a kid. So as she's like posting belly pics and all this other stuff, she started looking for somebody that was pregnant. Yeah, that was like their term was similar to what she was saying she was. Okay,
you are a cold-hearted psychopath.
So hard.
How did she think that she was gonna get away with this?
Girl, because stupid. I just feel like some people, toxic relationships do not allow them to think clearly.
Yeah.
I think some relationships that don't allow you to grow and they're not even relationships of love, they're relationships of convenience. They don't allow you to think like straight. Cause why am I about to lie about having a kid? Shoot. Who in this day and age? Inflation.
For real. And then on top of that, it's like, why would you want somebody who only stand with you because you
pregnant? Because after you have the baby, they're still gonna leave, girl. It happens every day.
Every day.
Girl. So, yeah. She's looking for a victim. So, as time goes along, Taylor finds Raegan. Raegan's about the same, like, term age, I guess they would, gestational age that they would say that she's saying that she is. And she befriends Raegan. They become close, and she, is trusting Raegan. But I don't think she told Raegan anything about her being pregnant. She never said anything to Raegan that I know of, because it never said, because like I said, this is still really fresh. So as they're getting closer, Taylor begins researching, because she back on her researching shit. She begins researching and watching videos on how to deliver a preterm baby at 35 weeks. Okay? Because Raegan was 35 weeks.
What's the full term? 39?
40.
40?
40, 41. But yeah, 40 weeks. So she had 5 weeks left of her pregnancy. So.
And why can't she wait till then?
Because she knew she couldn't take that baby without Taylor being, or Raegan being like, she took my baby. Yeah. So the whole plan, like I said, was for her to befriend a pregnant woman, and she was gonna steal that woman's baby. And that's what that was the conclusion. She was keeping her man by any means necessary. So according to TXK Today, on the morning of October 9th, 2020, Taylor was ready to execute her plan. She tells her boyfriend that she is going to the hospital to be induced, so that she could deliver their child. Pause. Let me tell you something. If I'm going to go to the hospital to deliver your child and we're in a relationship, why aren't you like,
that's what I'm fixing to say.
I'm going to go with you.
What?
Like, why you don't like her? You just going to let her drive herself?
And that's who you want to be with?
You going to let her drive herself to the hospital to be induced? Would you want her to drive back home? You're not supposed to drive after having a baby for like 2 months or something, like 2 or 3 months.
So she called him and told him, hey, I'm on my way to the hospital. And he like, all right.
Yep.
Holla at you.
Yep. She said, I'm going to the hospital to be induced.
What in the figgity?
First off, or second off, she must have been saying that she was further along than what Raegan was. Because if Raegan was 35 weeks, but she's being induced,
right,
you would be induced if you're like, if it's a medical situation.
Right.
That's when you would be induced. Or if you're like past your due date. And it's
why
like,
would she say that though when she getting a baby that's premature?
That's what I'm saying. At 37 weeks, your baby is considered full term. Like full term where it's safe to have. Still 35, 36, like it's still a little iffy. They still have some growing and some creation that needs to be created within their little bodies. But sis and brother just but I'm not getting ready to go to no dang on hospital and get induced and you're just like, oh, okay, I see you when you say you getting out next week. That's not getting ready to happen. So yeah, she tells her boyfriend that she's going to the hospital to be induced, and she goes over to Raegan's house. So once she gets there, she begins to attack Raegan violently. Yes, because she was like, I need that baby.
Dang.
What was that from?
You couldn't even do it. I don't know. Where is it?
That was from Set It Off when TT was like, I need that money.
But she couldn't even do it a nice way. She couldn't even like get chloroform her and then take the baby out, at the end. I guess if she, I can't even, I can't even think, and I can't even imagine.
Yeah. So Taylor had a scalpel with her. She stabs Raegan over 100 times.
Where?
At least 39 of those were on her head.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Yes. The other wounds were like defensive wounds. So she was like, as she's getting stabbed, she trying to protect herself. And Taylor's like stabbing her in the arms and in her hands and stuff. One of the reports said that like the scalp, like it cut so deep it almost cut off like one of her fingers because it was just that bad.
Man, are you just a demon?
Yeah. So then after she stabs her, she then takes a hammer and she hits her in the head, but she takes the claw part of the hammer and she's like hitting her in the head.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. On top of that, because I'm like, you just couldn't do that. There was a 4-pound vase that Raegan and her husband had from when they got married. You know how you do the unity sand? So they had a unity sand vase. And Taylor took that and was hitting her in the head too. So
first of all, she was also jealous of her. And so she was taking out her jealous rage on Raegan.
Yes.
In addition to stealing her baby.
Definitely.
I want to fight this girl.
So hard. So hard. she needs to be fought.
Really?
Because it didn't. Here's.
How you gonna do somebody like that, man? That's man, that's out of this world.
Yes. So the impact from the blows, all those blows to her head, to Raegan's head,
she about crushed her head.
She did. She had skull fractures in 5 different places. She had skull fractures in 5 different places. Like I said, she had the defense wounds on her arms and hands and fingers, with one of her fingers almost being completely cut off. And here's the sicko part about it. Okay?
Girl, what?
Raegan's 3-year-old daughter was still in the house.
No,
yes.
She saw?
I don't know if she saw the girl attacking her mom, but she saw her mom after everything happened.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Taylor gonna bust the gates of hell wide open. She gonna kick that door and be like, I'm here, devil. I'm taking over.
Right. You know how like throughout history where they're like, this was the most heinous crime. You know what? No crime could ever be topped because they're all on the same level.
Yeah.
Because for anyone to, in their right mind, be like, I need to eliminate this person, it's animalistic.
Yes.
It's very much an animalistic type of nature. Like you're not even human anymore.
No, exactly. That's why I say she is a straight up demon.
Yes. So when I was just thinking about that the other day, like when people are like the most horrific crime, girl, this ain't horrific. It's not horrific because next year somebody gonna do something else that is even more horrific. Okay. So once she, bashes, I hate saying that, but once she basically bashes in Raegan's head, she then takes the scalpel and she cuts Raegan's abdomen open. Now, investigators were saying that Raegan wasn't dead. She was not dead.
You lying to me.
No, she was not dead. They said that she probably felt that girl literally ripping open her stomach.
Oh my! After she done felt her head being stabbed,
being cracked,
and clawed,
yep,
and bashed.
Yep.
How horrific.
Yep. Yeah. So she cuts open Raegan's abdomen from hip to hip. She then proceeds to pull out her uterus, cuts that open, and she takes the baby out. Just rips it out. Once she takes the baby girl out, she took the scalpel and jammed it in Raegan's neck. Yeah.
You could tell that she was absolutely jealous.
She was.
Of everything about Raegan. Raegan probably prettier than her.
Yeah.
Raegan probably got more money than her. Raegan probably
had a house
nicer than her.
Yes. She had a family.
Raegan had a man that wanted her. Raegan had kids that, she had a child that loved her.
Right.
And that she didn't need to freaking steal babies
out of someone's womb. That I don't know, because this isn't the first time that anything like this has happened. Right. I've heard many of stories of girls,
right,
killing somebody and stealing their baby out their stomach. But usually
they'll do it quick, kill a person quick and then get the baby and they gone. She's sitting up here trying to freaking make sure she demolishes this woman.
Yep. All because she trying to keep up a lie. Girl, you ain't have to do all this. You could just went to, I don't condone that either. What? But it's like you didn't have to take nobody's life. If you wanted a baby that bad, you could risk your freedom going to the hospital and just steal one.
Yeah.
That's still not a better option.
She would get less time.
Because ain't nobody die. Girl. So, so she took that scalpel. She stabbed Raegan in the neck with that scalpel. And of course, Raegan, unfortunately, passed away. She bled out and passed away. And she, like I said, her daughter was there. That's why I said, like, I don't think her daughter saw the attack, but I think after the attack, her daughter came and saw her mom laying down on the ground and was like, So, when the investigators initially went to the crime scene, they didn't notice the scalpel in her neck. They didn't know. They just saw blood. That's all they saw. And then they were focused on, oh my gosh, she was pregnant and her stomach is cut open. So they initially didn't see the scalpel that was lodged in her neck. Mm-hmm. So
and where was the hammer? Where was the vase?
They saw that. That was like nearby, but they didn't see the scalpel. But they knew she had to have used something with her abdomen being cut open like that. Yes. So the baby's name was Raegan Simmons-Hancock. She died at the hospital.
It was a girl?
It was a little girl. Yeah, she died at the hospital when EMS took her there. But once the police realized, so back to her being at the hospital. So once police realized that she was the suspect for this murder, they brought her in for questioning and they arrested her. So when she got there, she did go ahead and tell them what happened. Like, I don't think it was a elaborate story of lies.
Yeah.
It was just, no, I'm in a relationship. I want to give him a baby so bad. I befriended her. I did this. And she told them about the scalpel in her neck. So that's how they figured out, oh, that's where the murder, like the murder weapon was. Right. It was still in her neck. So,
I would have been like, so why did you have to beat her like that?
What was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point?
What was the reason?
Okay, because they knew she knew that girl wasn't gonna give up her baby. She knew that she wasn't gonna give up the baby, but also, I mean, she's still pregnant. She's still pregnant, so she knew she was gonna have to take that baby by force, and she knew she needed like a brand new looking baby. But shoot, if your baby daddy, supposedly, quote unquote, allegedly, if he ain't there, he ain't gonna know the difference between a fresh out the cooch baby
for real
and a baby.
He letting you go to the hospital to be induced, and he ain't talking about meeting you there.
Okay.
He ain't talking about cutting no umbilical cord.
Okay.
So why you even keep them?
Girl, I think she did that because she wanted people to be like, oh yeah, she did just have this baby, because it's like the umbilical cord coming out her pants.
Bro.
Yeah, when the Texas Ranger stopped her initially, she had put that umbilical cord to make it look like the baby was still attached to her.
That's nasty.
I said, oh. Sorry, guys, this episode might be a little short, but I mean, because like I said, this is fresh off the internets of presses, okay?
I know she need to be getting 2 consecutive life sentences without parole or death penalty.
Girl, let me look, you knew. No.
What? Tell me, girl.
So, on October 3rd, so this was, 2 weeks ago?
Uh-huh.
So about 2 weeks ago, October 3rd, 2022.
Girl, no, that was like a month ago.
Oh, yeah, a month ago. Girl, I'm thinking we still in October. We in a whole November. We in the whole middle of November.
I'm ready for some dressing, some turkey, some greens, some mac and cheese, some cranberry sauce, some sweet potato pie.
Oh, shit.
Girl,
look, I'm talking some, so October.
Turn back time.
Okay, look, I ain't trying to do that. Look, my sense of time is jacked up. For real, so hard. So on October 3rd, 2022, almost 2 years to the day of after this gruesome murder.
Why do they be late taking so long?
Girl, I have absolutely no idea, because I feel like if you do the crime that day, there needs to be, but I guess it's the people or like the state, which is basically the people.
Months, but
years. But it's like the legal team's trying to get their arguments together because her legal team is like, well, let's try to fight for this so you don't get as much time. Let me tell you something. If I was a lawyer, I couldn't be no attorney that defends the people that are doing crimes like this. I couldn't do that. But then also being a prosecuting attorney, that's the attorney that like is pressing charges against someone. So if it's like false charges, I don't even want to be associated with putting somebody in jail that don't necessarily deserve to be there either. So either way, I could not, but all you lawyers out there, I do appreciate what you do. We appreciate you. If you didn't do it, nobody else would. So we appreciate you. Thank you for all you've done.
If you are a good lawyer.
Yes, if you are a good lawyer. Because that lawyer that Big Lurch had, I wouldn't trust him to defend my goldfish.
Okay.
If I had a goldfish, okay? So on October 3rd of this year, 29-year-old Taylor Rene Parker, and I hate that her middle name was Renee because that's my middle name. Not spelled the same, though. Taylor Rene Parker was convicted of capital murder and sentenced to death.
Good.
In the state of Texas.
Good. But everybody do lethal injection now, right?
I think so, yeah. Some
I
states
feel like they should take her out. She should be taken out by hammer. Knife.
You get.
And 4-pound vase.
Yeah.
And scalpel.
Okay, stat.
Now, take her out that way.
How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Okay.
You gonna get what you deserves. You gonna get what you deserves, okay? So it took jurors only, it said less than an hour before they convicted her. Duh. She went and did this shit, like stuff like that. It wouldn't have taken. They probably was stretching it out because they was like, well, we want to try to get an extra $36
they probably
in
was
our
trying
check.
To get her. Stupid. Her defense was probably just trying to get her off by reason of insanity or something. There's no what kind of defense can you put?
You can't. How is that a
there shouldn't even been
defense?
No jury. She should have just pleaded guilty.
Right, and that been it. But here's the thing: she pled not guilty.
Yeah.
How you plead not guilty, but you went in somebody else? You went in,
and then on top of that, you confessed. So
you confessed. Then you walked into someone's home and you murdered them, cut their abdomen open, took their unborn child and borned them, and then said, oh no, I'm not guilty.
Girl.
Well, who did it? The booger man? Huh? Who did it? It was a ghost. It was a ghost. It was Striction from that Halloween episode that went over there and did that. That's who it was. It was Striction.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna need to know what defense did they try to put up for her, because there is nothing. I can't think of.
It's nothing at all. Nothing at all.
There is no thing I can think of.
No, because there is no thing. Nothing. So
there is nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Harder to make me.
Come on, hit that note.
Close one more door.
Yeah, close that door on her. Close that jail door on her until you open it. Go ahead and take her out.
Okay, so hard. Clink. That's all we want to hear behind her. So yeah, so her jury consisted of 6 men, 6 women. And they were like,
they was like, girl, you did it.
Right, they was like, she did it. Y'all want to get some chips? Okay, girl, let's go get this lunch. And we just gonna wait it out so we can get this extra $36 on this jury check.
For real, because
that's just gonna put a little bit of gas in my tank, because gas and inflation.
I really feel like juries should be paid
more.
They should be paid what they would be paid at work.
If they
Because especially if you have to use you get, like in my job, you only get 5 jury days. So what happens if that trial goes on for 3 weeks and I'm out of PTO?
Right.
So I'm just supposed to...
You're just going to be out of a job? First off, I don't think any job needs to put any jury days
I agree. I agree.
Because that's my justice. Y'all want me to go out here and vote.
Right.
So why can't I go out here and serve my state being a part of a jury?
They give you 5 jury days. Then you got to use your vacation time. And if you run out of vacation time, then you SOL. How am I supposed to live? But you want me to be happy about doing my civic duty?
Because it's
and you paying me pennies on the dollar?
Okay. Literally. $36. If it's $18 if you don't get chosen to be on a jury, it's $36 a day if you do. That is literally to compensate you for gas.
All right, don't pay me. You ain't even got to pay them what they make at their own job. You should at least pay them minimum wage per hour. Like not you making freaking $3,
right? Because they paying you by the day, not by the hour.
That's ridiculous.
That's
and then
crazy.
you got 12-hour days. Yeah,
you could be up there all day hungry.
And you need to pay me. You need to pay me. If I gotta be sequestered, I can't even be with my family.
Okay, and you also need to pay for my parking because you know how we are here down in the
don't sit up there and pay me enough to pay you.
Yep. I gotta come in and then I still gotta pay for parking. Y'all don't validate that. You gotta park on the parking meters.
So you giving me money to give to you back?
Yeah, so hard.
So I'm not getting paid.
No.
And I know we done went off on a tangent.
We sure did.
That's jury duty, and that being part of your civic duty. You should be compensated fairly.
You should be. I totally agree.
And then, especially, what if it's like, no, you can't write no book about your so I can't profit no kind of way.
Right. Well, I think you can after everything is
well,
said
sometimes
and
they say no.
Girl, no, I've only served on a jury one time.
I ain't never, and I really do want to, even after I just gave this long rant. But I ain't never been able to, and I really, really want to.
I did one time.
It's got to be a juicy case. What was your case?
Mine was a drug case. Little young black boy got caught with some crack rock that he was going to sell. Girl, when they put that stuff up on the table, this is really off a tangent, but y'all just stick with us. When they put that stuff on, I said, that's what crack looks like? Like, it looked like cocoa butter chunks.
Oh, really?
That's what it looked like. It was just in like a nugget form. I was like, it was in an evidence bag. Like in an evidence bag and then in a bigger evidence bag.
Well, did he get found guilty?
Yeah. They definitely put him away for that. Yeah. I don't remember how long because I started losing focus and I was getting bored and I was hungry. That night was also the Chris Brown concert. I was just really distracted. But I did get my little $36 check in the mail.
Man, that's some bullshit.
I was like, look, thanks for that 36. It literally only took us maybe like 20 minutes to be like, yeah, he's guilty. But it was one girl that was like everybody around the room was like, guilty, 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 guilty. She was like, no, I can't do that because like I got kids. And what if that was my son? You can't just be putting a mother's child. Girl, he got caught with the crack.
And she should be dismissed as a juror because she ain't even following the rules that were probably given to the jury, which means that you cannot deliberate with bias.
Girl, she was like, no, because that's somebody's child. Like
he had it. That is not illegal. That's not no legal basis to acquit somebody.
Right.
Everybody is somebody's child.
Right.
Would you have said that about Charles Manson?
Okay, because he was somebody's child. Okay,
give me a break.
So she kept us in there for longer, and because she was just like, I can't do that. And then eventually she was like, okay, yes, I mean, ain't no changing nobody else. No, girl, because he had it.
What you mean ain't no changing? B, you got the facts right in front of you. If he did it, he did it. He has to pay the consequences.
Right. Right. And granted, yes.
Now raise your kids up to say,
right,
don't do that.
Right. And granted, I felt bad, but because, you know, our black community is always being torn down. Somebody is going to jail for some kind of selling drugs, using drugs. But that's just the situation that people live in. That's just what it is.
That's just the way it is.
But also, if it's against the law, like, no, I don't want to put another black man in prison or jail because of something small like that.
Right,
I don't.
Right.
But
at the same time, you cannot make that call on your own. If you have been chosen for jury duty, you have to follow the instructions.
Right.
It's just no way around it.
Girl, she was like, but that's somebody's child. We were just all looking at her like, pass the chicken. Because I think they had gave us like some chicken or something for dinner. They had ordered chicken and we had mashed potatoes. We were sitting there eating, and girl, I was like, oh, this is a good one. I mean, I was bored and I had, you know, seen Crack Rock for the first time, so that was exciting. But then after a while, I was like, man, I just really want to go home. I'm tired.
Man, when they
all you hear is boom, boom, boom from the Chris Brown concert going on. I was like, I just want to go home. It's 7 p.m. by this time. I'm like,
I'd have went off on her,
girl.
I'd have been like, if you don't change your motherfudging vote, write the blank now.
Let's go put.
I'm gonna put you in the jail. Okay. You go in his place.
Okay. Period. Jeez. Okay, guys, back on track. Sorry. We just had to rant about that because that was deep. Okay. Oh, shoosh. Okay, so back to Raegan. So Raegan's mom and her sister both gave victim impact statements during the proceedings. Mm-hmm. So her sister, Emily Simmons, said that she would have to, like, for her upcoming wedding, she's going to have to carry a photo of her sister down the aisle because her sister won't be there to be her maid of honor. Sad. She continues saying that if she wants to go visit her sister, that she has to go talk to a headstone and not her sister in person. Raegan's mother, Jessica Brooks, called Parker an evil piece of flesh demon.
I know that's right.
Okay. Because what you did is crazy. And then you were just like, I'm sorry that I did it, but he was going to leave me. No excuse, sis. No excuse. No excuse.
Yeah, what's wrong with her?
You like my song?
What's her issue? Y'all?
Right.
Just go ahead and tell me. Right into Nosy Hens Podcast at gmail.com. Tell me what's wrong with her.
So last thing, Judge John Tidwell was the presiding judge over this case. Mm-hmm. As of right now, there are no dates as to when the execution will take place.
That's the other problem that I have. Like, just go ahead and get it over with. Why everybody gotta wait years before they die if they on death row?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, is the medicine not in stock or something?
What?
Or, I mean, you're not doing anything but poisoning them.
It don't make no sense.
So they haven't given a date as to when this stuff is going to, or when this execution is going to take place, but I will definitely be following this case to see what's going to happen when
she took herself away from her two
kids to keep a man that probably ain't even got no goddamn job.
And right now, he gone living his best life.
He sure is. He probably got a whole nother girl.
Yeah. He ain't thinking about her. And maybe got a baby on the way.
Maybe two. Maybe this is baby number 2 on the way. Because this happened 2 years ago now. You know, some people like to back to back. But she did all of this to keep a man from leaving.
She did not need no kids.
No.
She didn't need none.
No. And you gonna steal somebody else's child. Taylor Rene Parker, we say to you,
we hope you get beat the up every single day until it's time for you to get that little needle in your neck.
Yep.
Or wherever it's supposed to go. And for real, I wish it was the electric chair.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that would be stinky, but I mean, yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
You stinky.
Yeah. Yeah. May the jail cell door clank on your fingers as often as possible until you're no longer a spirit of this world, but of another world.
Okay.
May all of your foods, even the last meal that you receive, be dry as a fucking bone.
And no, let it be moist, because the jail cell chefs done spit in every part of her food every day, every time.
So slimy. May your cot and 3 hots be a floor and cold as a door.
And may her commissary always get stolen, and it's only a little bit of commissary, maybe like 1 pack of ramen noodles, because she don't got nobody putting money on her books.
Okay. And may them ramen noodles have them weeble worms up in them. Yeah. Not we always, but that's what you deserve. There was no reason for her to go and do such a brutal thing to try to keep this man around.
You pathetic. You are absolutely beyond pathetic if you will go that far for a dude that don't even want you.
For a schman.
Girl.
And you lost your life, you lost your 2 children, and you lost that man still in the end with your lies, your deception, and deceit. So,
and needlessly killed 2 people. 2, not just 1.
Yeah.
But a baby didn't have no chance.
Right. The baby did not have a chance. I don't know. I wonder what her thoughts were, outside of, I got to get the baby. I got to keep the baby alive. I got to keep I wonder what the thoughts were like.
She wasn't expecting to get pulled over.
Yeah. But then it was like, well, where were you going to go? Like, if the baby died, you were just going to like toss it out the window. If the baby died in your car, you were just going to toss the baby out the window. Then go back and be like.
No, she would have had the baby, and she would have used that for attention. She would have used that for sympathy from the dude.
I didn't think about that. Yeah. I mean, like, I lost our baby.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She would have definitely used that.
Because there were no thoughts. Like, for people to do something like that, like I said, it's very animalistic. Like, and you're doing it knowing what it is that you're doing, and you're continuing to move forward with it. Let me tell you something. One of them children of mine have a little blood come up out of them, or a snot boogie, or a vomit. Girl, I'm gagging too. I'm gonna get through it, but that is disgusting to me. That is disgusting. And to see someone's head bashed in like that, nightmares. Like, how you...
And to be able to like stick your hand into their body.
Yeah. And now I'm pretty sure sitting in a jail cell like, man, I probably shouldn't have did it. You think?
You dumb.
You think, girl?
You big old ugly
child,
stinking, nasty hoe.
Not big stinking nasty hoe, but I mean, yes. So
don't forget ugly.
No. So that as well.
I said
on her picture, her mugshot, she's like, she looks like she's probably a drug user, but that might be just because she just looks nasty. I don't know.
She probably don't even shower every day.
Probably not.
She probably shower like twice a week at the jail.
Yeah, and she uses her hands and not a wash rag. Let me tell you something. Here's a friendly reminder, just in case I haven't given it to you. Wash your ass with a wash rag. It will exfoliate, and I'm not talking about like a lush hotel rag.
No,
that glides across your skin. Yes, go to Walmart and get the pack of 18 rags for $7. Those are nice and rough. They'll exfoliate you if you scrub hard. It might burn a little bit, but when you get out, your skin gonna feel soft and stuff. You're gonna be glowing.
Right.
Use a rag to wash your body. Have one for your face, one for your body. And to you men that like to have sticky butt cheeks, get that rag in between those cheeks. It does not make you gay. It makes you clean.
Oh my gosh. I can't even sit
I know
up
this.
there.
Look, I know this is off topic, and I know this is true crime, but I just had to remind y'all.
I cannot.
Don't nobody want to walk around with no man smelling like ass and dookie. So make sure you get up in there. Get up in there. You're not sticking your finger in your butthole. You're putting it in the cheeks.
I stick my finger in. I mean, when I take the wash rag and I make sure I dig.
Well, that's deep.
I dig.
I ain't doing that. I'm sorry.
I gotta get it out.
Look, I ain't going that far. I'm not doing that. No.
My booty is nice and clean, y'all.
Well, guys, this has been really fun.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us. And
we'll see you in
season 2 in January. Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
See.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Happy, I don't know what else might be coming up, but happy
New Year.
New Year. Yes, Happy New Year. We'll see you guys in the new year.
We'll see you after New Year's Day, though.
Yes. So Happy New Year. And any of the other happies, just be happy.
Don't worry.
Yes. If you have any case suggestions or stories that y'all want us to talk about,
send them.
Y'all send them to us
at the Nosy Hens Podcast
at gmail.com. Yes. And then also stay connected with us on the socials. Y'all, over this break, we're going to take some mental rest time, but we're also going to be trying to plan our growth.
Yes.
And what we want to bring to you guys in the new year. And we would like for you guys to join us. When we get enough followers, we want to at least start a Patreon so you guys can come hang with us on the Patreon side. We want to of course, start the YouTube
merch.
Yes, do some merch for you. We want to do the YouTubes for you. Just audio for now, but yeah, we want to grow with y'all. Y'all, this is our first time doing this, and we want to continue doing this. And the way that we can do this is by all of your support. So tag a friend, tell a friend, share with a friend, share with families. Let them know about y'all favorite Nosy Hens, Jazz and A-Rain.
You heard?
Yes, we love y'all so hard. We love y'all so.
That did not sound good.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. But we love y'all. We definitely love y'all, and we can't wait to come back with some new stories for y'all next year.
Yeah.
Have a good one, y'all. Be safe. Love y'all. Bye.